Okay, well, if you've listened to news last week regarding the coronavirus, you probably have heard the whistleblowers' accounts that people who were screening at airports, screening people who came from countries that were affected by the coronavirus, did not wear protective gear initially. And further, they were not fully instructed or fully trained to screen for that virus. And that's a big concern. What makes it 10 times worse is that yesterday it was revealed that a screener from the Los Angeles airport actually contracted the virus. Now, this is maybe a concern for him, but beyond that, what that means is quite more serious, and that is that it is likely that he has missed someone who's come into the country and given the virus to him. Not only that, if he continued to screen people without protective gear and the protective precautions that were required, that are standard, then he may have passed that virus further to other passengers who arrived at the airport without a virus and left it with. So this is a big blunder. On top of that, we have President Trump just going out on a limb, saying whatever he believes in, unscientifically, spreading all kinds of information, while at the same time, the virus has been issued for the person in charge of the virus or dealing with it is Mike Pence, a political person, and he has issued a gag order. So none of the experts that actually do know the information, and none of the organizations that have that qualification can publish what they have to say. Everything has to go through Mike Pence. Now, they initially explained that they did not want misinformation to be floating around and different conflicting pieces of information. But though I accept that as a logical uh, argument, the people who should be in charge of that dissemination of information should be professionals and the CDC or other such organizations, not the political person. I wanted to also put it in a little bit of perspective in order, it's important not to panic. Though right now a new study says that the fatality rate is likely to be 3.4% for coronavirus, or the COVID-19 as it's called. Uh, it's still relatively low. Of course, if you have a compromised immune system or you're elderly, that rate goes up significantly, like 10 to 20% possibly. Um, it's important to remark that the Chinese numbers that were published were lower. And the New England study was about 1.4% fatality. That, though, is to be compared with what Anthony Fauci, who's an expert in the field, has termed for the seasonal flu to be 0.1% fatality. So it is more fatal than the common flu, but 3.4% is not an Ebola. So keep it in mind and keep all the precautions. If you can, I would suggest to get the mask, even though people discourage it because of the shortage in the US, as manufacturing in the US for masks have basically been stopped for years, and all this manufacturing is going on in China. So we really ran out of masks. I don't know what's the plan in dealing with that. I would definitely get antiviral spray such as Lysol to disinfect surface areas, handles, and so forth. And I would use, and I use anti creams or such as, well, I don't know if Purell is the best choice, but there are better choices to be found still. So all this is my information for today. I hope that the recent blunders are not going to be long-term detriment. Although I don't have a high expectation from this administration as to uh, the history up to now. So I'm pretty concerned about this, but we'll see if they continue to blunder or not. All right, talk to you soon.